Here's the story of how I accidentally started my teaching business. So after the spring of 2020, it became really apparent to my husband and me that I needed to leave the classroom for childcare reasons and personal reasons, and I hadn't been happy there for a long time. So long story short, I left. But times were really uncertain, so my husband and I decided that as long as I could find something that would allow me to get the girls on and off the bus, I would take it until we sort of figured out the next step. And I found something and I loved it. It was wonderful, but the pay was awful. Now, at the same time that I had taken this position, it was as a classroom aide in a middle school ESL classroom. Like I said, I loved it. Great school. But a friend of mine who had started her own school, she and a friend of hers started their own private school, very, very small, approached me about creating a program for 2 of their students who wanted to study French, and that's what I teach. So she said, it's not enough to hire you to work for us, but if you create something, we will tell the parents about it. They can contact you directly and they will pay you directly, and you make up the curriculum. You decide when you're going to teach, how you're going to teach, and the parents will just pay you directly. And I thought, well, I have no idea what that would look like, but I jumped in and did it. I'm actually really good at it and I enjoyed it. Now, when I first started, I way undercharged and over-delivered. I have since corrected that, but that was 2 years ago. And I decided to make a post and let people know that I was a teacher for hire. And I got a couple more students. I got students in Vermont. I got students in Texas. I live in Pennsylvania. Coming to me, I got some adult students, which I wasn't even on my radar. Actually, none of this had ever been on my radar when I left the classroom. And before long, I had to leave my aide position where I was only making $17.50 an hour because I was at the time making $50 an hour teaching privately. So it just didn't make sense for me to stay. I could make a lot more money if I was able to open up my schedule. And that's what I did. I was able to move my original students up to earlier in the day because the school gave them time in their day to meet with me. So that gives me my evenings completely free with my kiddos. And I was able to scale it up to just about what I was making when I was working full time in the classroom. And that was before I even knew how to charge. So since then, I have learned a ton about how to do all of that. And then seeing what teachers were going through last year, that's when I decided to start the Private Practice Teacher in order to help other teachers, just to let them know that this was an option, and then help them if they wanted help. And speaking of help, I am doing a free webinar this Monday. Just go to the Private Practice Teacher on the website. If you Google it, it should come right up. And DM me if you have any trouble, and you can come to the free webinar and I will walk you through every single thing that I did and things that I would do differently. And I hope to see you there. Bye.